The reality we are facing is AI is killing your business. Now, the way you want to position your personal and your business brand is in a way that you are not only attracting the right audience, but also you're conveying the right message. I'm not talking about a vague message that is regurgitated via AI tools and ChatGPT or something. I'm referring as to your personal beliefs, your personal insight, and things you experience throughout your life that you will not be able to find on AI no matter how much you search for it. Okay, so if you are wise and you're intelligent, you're gonna realize that as a personal brand, you will stand out more than if you use AI only for your business. Now, ideally, if you have a business brand, if you have a personal brand, what you want to lead both of them with is individuals, using an individual. It's either someone else or yourself. So if you keep on using AI and generate AI, content or AI, regenerative images or video, logically, it's eventually it's going to hit a bottleneck. And the bottleneck is that your brand will lose its authenticity and the trust with the audience. Right now, it's very trending. People like it, but within a couple of months from now, you will start seeing it's going to backfire majorly for a lot of people. And I know you probably aren't going to trust me because the guru are saying opposite, but believe this, the Bible never lies. So if the Bible never lies, probably you're going to be make sure that you're going to listen to me carefully when I say this, that I don't need to show you that the wind is a solid object in order for you to believe that. I don't need to show you, for example, electricity for you to believe that it exists. So in a similar fashion, if I say to you, if you stand in a hard and very strong wind and it might blow you away or it might blow you off a building, etc., you have to believe me. Because if you don't listen to me, you're going to suffer the consequence. And I'm pretty sure that no one is going to help you afterwards. When you damage your trust with your audience, when you damage your reputation, all those things. Okay, so if you want to move forward and you want to attract audiences effortlessly, you want to monetize without being salesy, and you want to grow your business to the point of having a lifestyle where you document that lifestyle and you share with your audience, I want you to pay attention to this because this is going to be very important for you. First of all, you want to separate who you are from what you sell. So most people, when they do this, okay, so they tend to either be try unorganic or unauthentic, and they are not relatable, and they struggle to sell their stuff. Okay, like for example, for me, I'm not showing you fancy stuff. I'm being straight, raw, and honest with you, and I'm recording you from my bedroom. That's it, right? Because I don't need to be showing a background of a high skyscraper or a expensive car in the back of the garage or something in order for me to convey to you why this is important for you. Now, if I need to show you that in order for you to make a move or for you to move to do something else or for you to be motivated, you are watching the wrong person because I'm not the person that's going to do that. So legitly, I'm trying to help you understand that for you to be able to make money online and build a lifestyle online, you have to be self-motivated and you have to be self-committed. And I don't need to show you any material stuff to convince you, because if I need to convince you, that means you don't have self-belief, you don't have self-trust, you don't even know what you want. And I'm not going to be trying to convince you. What I'm trying to look for is individuals that are self-committed, individuals that know what they want, and individuals that are ready to put in the work. Those are the type of individual I want to work with, I want to network with. So if you are that person, I want you to pay attention to how you're building your personal brand and what you're transmitting throughout the videos. So for me, instead of, for example, right now moving forward, things are going to be more relatable, more story-based. I'm going to talk more about my experience. And this is how I attract my audience and separate myself from a business and make it more human-like. Now, if you look at ChatGPT, ChatGPT is very unprofessional. The things that it's regurgitating and finding online, it's basically everyone is talking and saying the same thing over and over and over. And on top of that, you can clearly see that because when the person is relating something to you, it has no personal story in it. It has no personal twist. It has no authentic feelings or emotion behind it. They try to do that, by adding something here and there. But in general, when you listen carefully, you will see it's very generic and very vague. So it has no real authenticity of their own emotion, their own expression, their thinking, their backstory, their history, etc. So what you want to do is that if you want to convey your message and stand out as a personal business rather than a business brand, you have to be able to be relatable and be very authentic as a person. Stop the perfection of trying to look fancy, trying to convey like, hey, I have this, so you can have that, etc. Because again, if you're doing that, eventually you'll start seeing you're losing people, and you want to be more authentic, more real with individuals. Second to that, you want to have a hybrid brand formula where your name, your personal brand, is a way of who you are as a person and how you stand out and who you want to attract and how you convey your message, and that shows in your mission. Okay, so why it matters to you and why it should matter to your audience. In this case, as I told you, I want to work with people that are self-committed, want to put in the work, etc., and know what they want for the future. So therefore, I want to strive to achieve that mission, not only for myself, but to help others as well. So if you think about it for a moment, I'm looking for people that align with that mindset. So if I want to build a business brand or a personal brand, I will try to look for that, and I will be the face of both of them. Okay? And here and there, I can mix my business stuff with my personal stuff, or my personal stuff with the business stuff. But in essence, I am the face of it, and I will use my human relatable information like history or experiences in order to attract that audience. Other than that, you want to use stories in order for you to sell your high ticket program. In this case, I'm talking about 20K a month, because if you can achieve that by selling a 1K offer or maybe a 2.5K coaching program or so, it will be ideal. Normally, in my case, I normally have my course set around like 500 to 1500, which is a group community. Now, if I go to my coaching, that's like 2.5K up to like 6K. So if you think about it, in the mentorship offer, when I talk about the course community, it's more, as I said, like a community of people that want to work together, want to build together, etc. When it comes to the mentorship, which is the more expensive one, it's more like me working one-on-one with the individual and getting access to the community. So it's more like a proximity to myself and a way to work with me to know exactly how they can do certain things. Because again, if you are already like, again, someone that's put in the work, someone that's built stuff, you have experience doing stuff, it's more ideal for us to build on the project together and work on it together versus you trying to do it yourself. Because you already have experience, you just need guidance. And I will guide you on certain things I know, and you will guide you in certain things you want to learn from me or you want to teach me, etc. about yourself. Because sometimes by having certain conversation, you get new ideas, and based on that, I can get to learn from you, and you can get to learn from my way of thinking and doing stuff as well. Especially when it comes to personal branding, because we have different perspective, and everyone has that. So one thing you can do is share your journey, okay? Not just tutorial on how to do this. It's more like, hey, what has been my experience and what has been my projects and what I learned from it, or what were the failures of it. That's one side of the coin most people don't talk about. So if you can share that, that will be awesome. Second thing, how to position yourself as the solution or your business as a solution. So in my case, for me to help people, they have to become a community member or they have to work one-on-one like a mentorship with me. There's no other way I can help you. Now, I do make these videos in order for you guys to kind of find out my way of thinking, get to know me personally, etc. But throughout only these videos, it's not going to be sufficient if you need guidance, if you need someone to talk to, etc. Ideally, within the community, you can talk to me through SMS, through messages, etc. And I will be able to respond to you. If it's more like a mentorship, you have me on WhatsApp, etc. Okay, so that's how we do it. And third, so I stopped, like in my case, stopped separating the who I am from what I sell. The reason I did that is because I don't want to box myself into a specific offer or a specific niche. So instead of people buying what I have, I want people to buy who I am. Okay, it's a big difference from what you see gurus sell out there. Throughout these past couple of years, you've seen the coaching industry becoming synonymous for coaching, teacher coaches, how to coach, something like that. So if you want to avoid falling into that trap and creating a business that pleases your coach or some other person, instead of meaning something for you, you want to avoid falling into the coaches, teaching coaches, how to coach. because you're just gonna build a model from them. And I did it myself. So I build a model, I hire a setter, hire a closer, hire a like build a program, all those things. Then I realized like that's full of BS because you don't need all that. You only need a video like this and an offer to sell. That's it. And the offer, you can sell it within a Google Doc, you can sell it on a Framer page, you can sell it on WAP, you can sell it on somewhere else. ClickFunnels, Kajabi, whatever you have available. In my case, I simply had, again, I have a video, that's one thing. Second, I simply do my travels. Third, I have my WAP page. And fourth, I use Beehive as a newsletter. That's it, nothing else. I try to keep it clean, simple, lean, and based on that, I convey my message of who I am, what I can help you with. That's it. So in my case, I don't need to sell my business. I don't need to talk about the product. I don't need to go in depth about what I sell, what bonuses it comes with, all those things. I do offer such things on the sales page so that people can see what the journey is going to be and understand, hey, what exactly they're going to get. But I don't talk about it. I don't sell it to people. And that's what I want you to understand here. So when you are going to sell your stuff, talk about who you are, what you do, and what your experience has been implementing that, so that people can understand your perspective on building funnels, doing the graphics, or writing copy, being a ghostwriter, or being in sales, or being a digital nomad, working for a tech firm, working for working remotely, dealing with BS bosses or very controlling managers, etc., etc. When you talk about those things and you share with people the insight that you had as failures or experience, it's more likely you will attract that audience as well. So your fast way for you guys to monetize, or a way to monetize your brand, would be that most people struggle with like posting generic how-to stuff because they see other people doing it, getting views, etc. So they want to do it as well, or just using a random AI tool to generate something for them, like go ChatGPT and create me an offer on this topic, so, or create me a course on this topic. Those are the worst things you can do. A lot of people sell that because people, that are unexperienced, go and buy those stuff for like $10, $25, $97. But if you realize it carefully, if you are just regurgitating content because AI is giving it to you, the moment you start selling that, what you are selling is something that is trash. And if people buy it from you and they realize that, you're damaging your reputation. It's similar, I sell a car that doesn't function well but looks very nice. That's basically what it is, okay? So if you want to prevent that and you want to get will bait clients, meaning you create something that clients that want to pay high ticket pricing, meaning 2K, 3K, 5K, etc. If you want to attract those clients and close them on a sale, because what you want to do is offer them your expertise, offer them your talent, offer them your skill, etc. First of all, you have to do is share your journey and use, for example, what you struggle with as an example, or how you failed at something. Okay, talk about your insight that you got from those two experiences. Second thing, tie in your business. So when you say like what helped you out, or what helped you turn into a digital nomad, or what helped you become a experienced or profitable ghostwriter for a certain company, certain niche, certain audience, blah blah blah. You can also talk about the things, the systems, the frameworks, the strategies you've used in order to support your stories, your experiences, etc. And as a third option, and again, it's an option, it's not always the case, but it's an option, you can add an offer to it, okay? Now, why do I say it's an option? Because the offer can vary. Sometimes the offer is a course, sometimes the offer is coaching, sometimes it's mentorship, sometimes it's a phone call, sometimes it's a lead magnet. So it can vary in whatever it is. So therefore, sometimes it's just comment below this video. It's not even a physical product or a digital product. It's just a clear call to action, as in, if you want to do this, just comment below and I'll get back to you as in how I do it, or get back to you with the steps, or get back to you with a video insight. That's it. Okay, so it's not so complicated. But the thing you have to focus on, people want, one, transformation, and second, they want to know about you as an individual. So you have to talk about those things, and then afterwards tie in whatever you want to talk about. Okay, so what you want to do is the following. If you want a no-call monetization strategy, this is what I want to walk you through so that you can go ahead and implement this, and then from there, try to see how you can improve on it. Okay, so you want to make daily sale without chasing leads. So this is what you want to do. 3 steps. So give free value, as I talked about it, your stories, your experiences, the failures, etc. And then you want to capture the leads. So you have to use a lead magnet or a landing page or a DM call to action so that people can, show you that they have an interest by raising their hands. And then you made them an offer. Okay, so you tell them, I have this for you, do you want it? Raise your hands. Or I have this for you, do you want it? DM. I have this for you, sign up, etc. Okay, so that's how you do it. Now the sales don't always come from your followers, so you have to keep that in mind. What you have to do is, a sale will come from a relationship that you built with someone. Sometimes it's inside your newsletter, sometimes it's inside the conversation, like DM conversation. And sometimes it's also via email. It's one of those 3. Okay, so what I would recommend you is keep in mind that for someone to buy something, you need to educate them on a specific point and give them and share them some type of value that they find out throughout your experience, throughout your failures, etc. If you don't do that, it's going to be hard for you to monetize that. If you want to build a personal brand that pays you daily, what you have to do is, when you are having a business brand, having a personal brand, etc., you want to merge your personal stories with your business model. Okay, whatever your business model is. Not all business models are bad because it depends on what you want to do, but you want to merge those 2 together. So what you can do is to attract your high value clients effortlessly. You want to do that. Second, you want to build content and use the content to build trust. Okay, so whatever you build in content, it has to be case studies, it has to be maybe some comparison, it has to be based on the stories that you help people achieve, like transformation. It can be also about the results that you got, etc. And the third is that your audience can be turned into a paid client without being chased down or hunted down within the DMs. So another way of saying is, when you create your newsletter, for example, or your emails, you can create an email based on pains, problems, how you overcome them, a process, and then say, this is the offer that I've built, that I have broken down into segments of which you can go through the same transformation. And if you're interested in it, and then put your offer link. So that way, you don't have to push very hard to get the sale. Rather, you just talk about the pain, and every time you go deeper into the pain. So people kind of feel like, hey, I really can see this guy is trying to help me out, and I have that pain, so therefore they feel compelled to buy. Okay, so if you guys are more interested in learning about this, you want to team up with me, you can certainly do so. Simply comment Nomad. I will send you the link so you can check out my newsletter article that talks more about my process and what I believe in, my philosophy behind building one-person business. Or you can simply go to ronaldcruz.com, and then you can check out in the description the links that you can follow me as well, and or check out my course and or the mentorship, whichever you feel more compelled to work with me. So guys, thanks very much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the description. I'll be more than happy to get back to you guys. Other than that, see you on the next video. Take care.